Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making my predictions for game week number 22 of the 25-26 EFL Championship season. We're very nearly at the halfway stage of the campaign already. I can't believe it's flown by. But let's see how I did last week to begin with. I got two outcomes and scorelines bang on. I got Stoke beating Swansea 2-1. And the Birmingham Charlton 1-1 draw correct, plus 3 more outcomes correct, so that's 9 points, taking my season total up to 152. And this is how the table looks after 21 matches. And without further ado, let's predict this weekend's matches. And we start tonight with the Welsh derby. It's Swansea against Wrexham. And it's a different Welsh derby to what I'm used to in this league. Swansea, they've been actually on half decent form recently. They've been picking up results here and there. Wrexham have been on pretty good form as well though. And it wouldn't surprise me if Wrexham came here and got something. It wouldn't surprise me if this match went any which way. I think there might actually be goals in tonight's match. I'm going to sit on the fence here. I'm going to sit on the fence with a 2-2 draw to begin with. I think that could be a Desmond tonight. And I think Wrexham would be the slightly happier to get a point from this match. But I'm going for a point apiece, a Desmond 2-2 draw. Next up, we've got Preston North End against Norwich City. And this is an interesting one. Preston have leapfrogged Millwall up into third in the table. But as for Norwich, they did get a good 2-1 win against Southampton at Carrow Road last weekend. Norwich have been on improving under their new manager. But Preston have been impressive as well. I don't want to back against either side here. So I might go for another draw. I'm going to sit on the fence with another 1-1 draw. That should be a point to keep Preston in the playoffs and Norwich pushing away from the drop zone maybe. But a 1-1 draw is what I'm going on at game 2. Next up we've got Blackburn against Millwall. And this is another tricky one to call. Blackburn, about 4 weeks or so ago, Blackburn were on pretty good form, pushing away from the drop zone, but recent times their form has fallen off a bit again. And as for Millwall, they're currently 4th in the league. They've dropped that P3 position to Preston now. Millwall are another unpredictable side. This is a highly unpredictable game, actually. This game could go either way. It's almost like the team you're back against will get the result over the line here. I don't know, though. If Millwall were the home side, I may well have backed them for maybe a narrow 1-0 win. But seeing as it's at Ewood Park, I'm going to back Blackburn for a draw. I'm going to go 1-1 on this one. I know it's boring, but another 1-1 draw. I think both sides will pick up a point, so 1-1. Next up, we've got game of the week in the Championship. It's Southampton against Coventry City. Two sides that have been on pretty good form recently. Well, Coventry have been on good form all season. And as for Southampton, we were on good form. Tonda Eckert has got the ball rolling finally, doing what Will still couldn't with us. But of course, we do come off the back of a 2-1 defeat to Norwich. Coventry come off the back of that 1-0 narrow win against Bristol City. Bristol City are a good side, so aren't Norwich actually, although they haven't been performing too great this season. the thing with both these sides are, both these sides are very very leaky in defence. We concede quite a few goals. I can see there being goals in this one. I'm going to edge Southampton, just primarily because Southampton are the home side. I am going to back us to a win. This will be the first time I'll back Coventry to lose this season, and I really don't think I'll be backing them to lose that often. But I'm backing the Saints to win 3-2. I think there's going to be goals, but I'm going to give the 3 points to the Saints. Let's go. Next up, we've got Hull City against West Brom. And this is an interesting one. Hull are off the back of 2 back-to-back victories. Very good victories. West Brom are also off the back of a victory against Sheffield United. Another good victory for the Baggies here. But Hull are now the 6th. They're back in the playoff positions as it stands. And I do think the Tigers have enough to win this match. I just don't know if I can trust West Brom at the minute. Not with the way they've been performing. I think at the Hawthorns I might be backing West Brom to win or get results more frequently at the moment. But with Hull being the home side, they can score goals, and I think they will pin them back and win. Narrowly, I'm going Hull to win 2-1. I think it's going to be a close match, but ultimately I think the Tigers will get the 3 points. 2-1 Hull. Next up, we've got Bristol City against Middlesbrough. And, well, Borough are currently sitting comfortably second in the league. I think they'll be second for Christmas. Bristol City have dropped to 11th now under Gerhard Struber. Bristol City are the home side, but they haven't been on the best run of form recently, and Middlesbrough have been scoring, banging in the goals quite consistently in recent weeks. I think I'm gonna back Borough. I think I'm gonna back the away side for the victory here. I think Bristol City will make it close and tight and keep it very tight, but I'm backing Borough for the win, 2-1. I think Middlesbrough will just have enough to narrowly eke out the 3 points. So 2-1 Borough to remain in the top 2 at Christmas. Next up, we've got Sheffield United against Birmingham City. And this is another interesting one. Chris Wilder had Sheffield United firing. I think the last couple of games they've struggled to get results over the line. But back at home against the Birmingham side, who are it's pretty horrendous on the road for the Blues right now. I think I've got to back the Blades for the home victory here. I think Sheffield United are starting to push gradually up the league table. I do think the Blades will win. I'm going to back the Blades for a 2-1 victory. I think Birmingham might find a goal from somewhere, maybe a penalty, but I'm backing Chris Wilder's boys to get the result over the line. 2-1 to the Blades. Next up, we move on to Watford against Stoke City. This is another tricky game to predict, because Stoke I do like under Mark Robins, but recently the results haven't been going their way. To be fair, neither have Watford. Watford haven't really. They've been on a good run of form, but the results haven't been going 100% in their favour either this season. If this was at the Bet365, I may well be back in Stoke or a draw. But I like the look of Watford this season. I think Watford could potentially, I know the table is very close, but I do think Watford may well be a dark horse for the playoffs this season. I am going to back the Hornets for the win. I'm going 2-1 to Watford. I know it's the same scoreline again, but I think there'll be quite a few narrow victories this weekend in the Championship. But I'm going to back the Hornets for a 2-1 win and get a crucial 3 points to push even closer to the playoffs. So 2-1 to the Hornets. Next up, we've got Derby County against Portsmouth. This is another interesting one. Portsmouth with a very crucial 3 points last weekend. Derby, what did Derby do? Derby with that 3-0 victory on Monday night against Sheffield Wednesday. That's right. Portsmouth with that 2-1 win against Blackburn Rovers against a relegation rival here. But I do like the way Derby look at the minute. They seem to be firing in the goals on all cylinders near enough, and I do like the look of Derby. I can see Portsmouth improving in 2026, but I'm going to back the Rams for the win here. I'm going to keep it tight. I think Portsmouth will score a goal. Derby edge it 2-1 again. I think it's going to be a close game, but it wouldn't surprise me if it ended in a draw, but I'm going to back the Rams. Edge the Rams for a huge 3 points to push closer to the playoffs. So 2-1 Derby. Next up, we've got Ipswich Town against Sheffield Wednesday. Both these sides coming off the back of a defeat last week. Sheffield Wednesday was a 3-0 thumping. Well, they got thumped 3-0 by Derby. Ipswich with the 3-1 defeat to Leicester last week. I can't look past Ipswich. Excuse me. I can't look past Ipswich this season. Not in this game. And these sides have had quite differing seasons. Ipswich in the playoffs and Sheffield Wednesday struggling with minus 9 point total right now. I think this is all Ipswich. I'm going to back the Tractor Boys for a heavy victory here. I'm backing Ipswich to win 4-0. I think Ipswich are firing in the goals right now, and they'll need to be at their brilliant best to push for potential top 2, especially with the points gap between Borough and, well, Ipswich right now in 5th. So I think they will win 4-0, and they'll thump Sheffield Wednesday to harm their goal difference. Next up, we've got Charlton Athletic against Oxford United in what could potentially be a huge relegation 6-pointer match. But I don't... Despite what I said about these two, I had these two as my bottom 2 at the start of the season, about last June. But despite that, I don't think Charlton are a real threat for relegation this season. Oxford, I think, are, but again, they've got Gary Rowett, and I like what he can do with them. But Charlton, they've been more impressive under Nathan Jones this season, and they are the home side. I've been somehow right about Charlton the last 2 game weeks. Can I make it 3 from 3? Probably not, but I do think this could be a draw. It wouldn't surprise me if Oxford came here and got something, especially with Charlton not being on the greatest run of form. But I'm going to back Charlton for the win. I'll back the home side for a narrow 1-0 win, the Charlton special, as it seems to be so often the case. And I think Charlton will get the 3 points over the line, and Oxford will be in the bottom 3 for Christmas, which is not a good thing, but 1-0 Charlton. And then finally, we've got QPR against Leicester City. And what an interesting game this is. QPR are in pretty good form at the minute as well. But Leicester, they in like the last 2 or 3 games, they've been, firing in the goals, left, right, and centre, and they've been getting good results over the line. As I said, they last week beat Ipswich 3-1, and we all know Ipswich aren't the easiest side to get a result against this season. I do think... I don't know what QPR side will show up for this game. If QPR show up with a good side, I think they might get something here. But I can't look past Leicester, even being the away side at the minute. I think a points deduction may well still be in the works for Leicester. and they need every point possible. And I think this side, at the minute, they're firing for them. I think Leicester will get another 3 points and another 3 goals. I'm going Leicester to win 3-1. Again, I think this could be, the second away match in a row where Leicester get the 3 points and 3 goals. I think Leicester will do it 3-1. So 3-1 to the Foxes on game number 12. And there you have it, guys. All 12 championship matches for this weekend predicted. I'd love to know your predictions in the comments down below. And yeah, we'll see early next week what my outcome for this weekend set of fixtures is. I'm thinking of maybe Monday or Tuesday making my predictions for Boxing Day, and then I'll be flying back out to the US, so I'll try and I'll get those predictions out for Boxing Day, and then we'll see where we go from there for the US. But for now, I'll see you all in the next one.